and welcome to another one of my videos. Sorry about the camera. I'm going to show you what we do in the mornings. Now, I already actually accidentally did half of it, but so we take the dogs out in the morning around 10. When we come back, we feed the dogs. Obviously, Hershe knows his routine, go straight to eating. We clean up the litter boxes, and then, well, okay, my brother cleaned them out, but then we have the cat's bowls. This is actually the first morning I've seen them completely empty. We have two bowls here, they're both completely empty. Go in here. We have to lock it, otherwise the cats and dogs will come back here, and Angel comes back here, she'll pee everywhere, and Kiniko and Bounce will get into everything. And I actually had the phone on the bowls, but and then I put the bowls right there, so that way I can, and we lift this up and pull that forward just a little bit because that's how it stays open. We need to actually start putting them on a diet and, give them a feeding schedule and everything, but we can't because we can't give Kiniko weight control food when she is probably actually 2 pounds underweight. Oh, we actually weighed them, and my mom helped me weigh Hershe, but yes, we had to pick up Hershe. He did not like that one bit. But there's just no animals. But what we did was we weighed them using a scale. I got on the scale, weighed myself, and then we would I picked up one of the cats or dogs, and then I weighed myself again. But the final weights are in, and let me go get the piece of paper because I can't actually completely remember. Oh, I couldn't find the paper, but you look out into our yard. Oh, perfectly fine, right? Nothing big happened. No, something crazy, amazing, super amazing happened. Well, I wouldn't say amazing, but it was really cool, and I kind of wish they did it again last night. But they did get back. They were gone before we had to take Hershe and Angel out, which is really, really, really good because Hershe was barking and barking at them. 11:30ish, Hershe starts barking. We're trying to figure out why. My mom says that she thinks there's a deer in the yard because she couldn't really see it, so she yells at the stairs to tell us, hey, can you look out the back our window upstairs? We look at, there is 7, counted them, 7 horses in our yard. Not in that fence, in our yard. I'll show you what they did. Watch myself poop. But they did a whole lot of, not really damage, I don't really care. But see, they tore up the ground where they were running around at. The gate was closed, so they couldn't come through that way because that gate was closed. They couldn't come down from this farm because when we called them, they said they had no reports of horses. So, oh, there's poop right there. But they came up here. They knocked over our grill, but I really don't care about that. They came up here, and see, you can see the hoof prints. See the prints up here. See all the hoof prints. But they even knocked over our ladder, but I really don't care about that. Oh, just ignore that. They worked on the fence. And then we come around here and see horse poop. I really don't know what they're doing. Horse poop. There's horse poop everywhere. Now, I actually did see one of the horses try jumping over this. I don't know if he actually did, but he was looking like he was about to. More horse poop over here. They did come around here. You can survey their damage. Oh, okay, not damage. They didn't break anything. They didn't. You can see their hoof prints when they were standing here. They pulled down 1 or 2 of these branches, but then they started eating it, so it doesn't matter. And don't worry, they were trapped in our backyard. They were safe. Don't worry. But here are all the horses. And, they came back here. They went back there, but I'm not going back there because I can't feel my fingers. But they went everywhere. This little rake thing, I thought I brought it in. The tape was on it because it was starting to bend and break. They threw the other half away over there. No, Hershe did that. We just filled it in. But you can see, you can't really see it as well in the grass, but I can feel it, how uneven the ground is. Now, our yard was pretty uneven already, but what is that? There is a bungee cord of some sort. Okay, I didn't see that. I didn't see that yesterday, but that was actually, has been there for a while. See that hoof print? That is a hoof print. Here's my hand. It fits in these were pretty big horses. You know, they came back. These were huge horses. My mom didn't want to walk down this really long driveway, so what she did was she shut the gate. Our gate, she shut it, so that way they wouldn't spook and run into the road. 'Cause you can clearly tell there's a road that leads right to our yard, so we didn't want the horses to spook and run out and get hit by a car or something, because that would not only most likely kill the horse, but that could really injure the person. And I'm actually going to put my gloves on because it's almost winter over here. I'm going to put on gloves. But my mom took a car down to the end of the driveway, and they were still in the backyard, and my finger is stuck. And then when she came back down here, she backed up slowly, and then as she was sitting here, horses, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all 7 walked by. There was one little pony that was at the end. I think 3 of them had a blanket on, I'm pretty sure, but you know, oh well. And but we're pretty sure we did the right thing, because we closed the gate so that they wouldn't get out. Then my mom called because my dad was at work, so my mom called the owner of this farm right here, because we don't own this farm, we just own the land. Well, actually, we don't own it, we're renting this house, the land, but whatever, we don't own that farm. And we were waiting, she called them, it's like 11:30 at night, most farmers are asleep, hopefully. And then when my dad got home around like 4ish in the morning, they called non-emergency 911, saying if anyone reports missing horses, we have some random horses in our yard. And they gave them the address, but I'm not going to do that because I'm smart. I'm not going to do that. And I'm not going to say exactly what he said on the phone, because he said our address, our names and everything, so I'm not doing that. And how do we know that it wasn't these horses from this paddock right here that touches our home? Because while we were looking out the windows and everything, we saw that their horses were standing in the paddock. So there were 7 horses in our yard, and still 5, 6, however many horses are in that paddock. And now, don't get me wrong, I love watching the horses. My face is numb. I love watching the horses, and I count them every day, and the closer they get, the happier I'm. Okay, and they have once come up, these horses have once come up to the fence. A bird spooked them, and they kind of panicked and ran around in circles for about 20 minutes, and then they stayed over by the barn. But I hope they don't think that we spooked them. But there was this one group of, when we first moved here, there were some horses in there that stayed there for almost a year or so. Well, okay, not a year or so, because we haven't even been here for a year. They stayed there for a good few months. It was this gray dappled horse. He was so pretty. I got the name of his on his halter, but I don't know if that was his name or what. But really pretty horses. And then they're gone, and a month or so later, there's no horse. Suddenly we hear a loud neigh. But outside, there's 5 No, 3 mayors and 5 foals, I believe. I don't know, but there's foals. So now we were super excited. They brought they got foals now. But they were different horses. All the horses were different. The foals stayed there for quite a while until their mane started flopping over. Once their mane started flopping over, their tail got pretty long. They switched them out, like just the other week or so with those horses. And those horses are pretty they spook a lot. Hershe was barking at the horses, during the night when they were running around the yard. So my mom went back there and she gave him these treat things that they chew on for a while. He gave her that. She gave him that. I'm stumbling on my words. And then she went downstairs to the basement and got all the toys because we were washing them because they had fleas. So she washed them and then just started throwing them. Went back there and just started dropping them and throwing them everywhere, trying to get his attention. I think it helped him. He stopped whining and crying, but they stopped wearing their gloves. I've even meaning to go ask him, but oh, and the animal's weight. We wrote it down, but I can't find the paper. Their weight. Angel weighs 20 pounds, 20.8 ounces, I think. But she actually lost 2 pounds, which is kind of good. When we first got her, she was actually kind of underweight, but then we had her for a little while, and she actually got 40 pounds, which is twice, or is like so overweight. But we helped her down. We didn't really put her on a diet. We just kind of stopped feeding her as many treats. That's the main reason. I'm outside today. I'm sorry. I was going to show my pets while I talk about this, but I don't feel like going back into the pet room because I actually kind of just sat down on the steps. So, but actually there was one time when the horse came up like right there. My mom said that my dad did something really crazy. He came out here and he was like walking around the yard trying to get him, and then me and my mom, don't get me wrong, me and my mom were going. Trying to get him, clicking our teeth, trying to get him to come, trying to get him out of the driveway so my mom could go close the gate. Because they were in the two of them were in the drive yard when she was about to leave to go close the gate. But Hershe was so excited to get out in the morning. And then when they did, he peed right down that bush, and then he was nose to the ground like this, sniffing, and you walked the entire walk like that. He did go to the bathroom, which was good. But then once he realized that all horses were in there, he just pulled at each and every pile of poop and sniffed it. Angel we had to watch because she eats poop. I don't know why. But another funny thing about that is I've never heard Hershe do that before. He wasn't doing his. He was. We never heard him do it so continuously. So my mom was like, "Wait, hold on, let me find a flashlight," because it's like pitch black when we live in the country, so it gets pitch black without any stuff. But I'll check what I was actually talking about. Angel's 20 pounds. I don't know if I said that already. Kiniko, this is actually not so good because when we last weighed her, she was almost 10 pounds, which is good. She now is only 8 pounds, so she pounds too. Or I don't know. She lost some amount of pounds. She lost weight, which we don't want her to lose.